Hello student, today I'll teach you the chapter secularism. What do you mean by secularism? Secular means there is not any official religion of the government of the country. It means the country is secular. Secularism refers to the belief that religion should not be involved in the organization of any society. Means in any society or in any organization there should not be involvement of religion. Now one question arises, what is the need of secularism? Now let me tell you one thing. Secularism is important for a country to function democratically. If secularism is not there, then no country cannot be called democratic. Almost every country of the world has more than one religious groups. More means people live there of many religion, more than one religion, and among these group one group is in majority and others are in minority. And if secularism is not there, then the minor group will always be dominated. They will be tortured, and also there will not be any equality. And if equality is not there, it means the country is not democratic. So there is the so much need of secularism. Any form of domination based on religion may violate the fundamental rights. Means किसी भी टाइप का जो डोमिनेशन है that can violate the fundamental rights, and it is essential for a democratic country to be secular because it has to protect the freedom of individuals. If a country is not democratic, then it cannot protect the freedom of people to adopt any religion, to adopt any profession of their choice, and to have any adopt any culture and do any type of cultural activities. Now that was the aspect of the secularism. Now what is Indian secularism? Indian secularism, I want to tell you that one religious community doesn't dominate another religious groups in the country. That is the major feature of Indian secularism. Means suppose a person of other religion lives in our home and we don't like his stay in our society, in our colony. We can't force that family, that person to leave that community because it is secularism. Neither we can file a case. Also, we can't force any person to move accordingly us accordingly ours, because that is the choice of his person. For example, I'm telling you aspects of two-person from one religion. Like one person is there from Hindu community who likes idol worshipping, means उसे मूर्ति पूजा अच्छी लगती है, but the other person doesn't like. We can't force that person to like idol worship. Why? Because that is his choice, that is their choice. It means proper secularism is followed here in our country. The state doesn't enforce any particular religion, nor does it take away the religious freedom of individuals. State फोर्स नहीं करता हमें किसी भी रिलीजन को अडॉप्ट करने के लिए, एंड ऑल्सो इट डजेंट टेक आवर फ्रीडम टू अडॉप्ट एनी religion. And our country prevents the above mentioned domination in the following ways. Now, listen carefully. India has adopted a strategy of separating religion from the state. Means in India, religion is always separated from the state. It doesn't support any one religion. Means our constitution, our government doesn't support any religion, whether that is Hindu or Muslim. In fact, whether our prime minister is of any religion, they can't support any particular religion. India also adopts a strategy of non interference with religious practices. Means Indian government doesn't force, doesn't compel any person, any community to practice the religion of their choice, practice the culture even of their choice. Neither they force them to do any particular type of religious practices. Means कोई भी धार्मिक रीति रिवाज किस तरह से करना है, that is completely up to the person, not the government. And also state doesn't interfere in the domination mentioned earlier. For example, untouchability, in which the members of a religion, upper caste Hindu, dominate other members, then Indian constitution has banned. And you will be very surprised to know that however our constitution that was made more than 70 years ago, still it is so flexible that there can be done amendments time to time. Means so many articles have been added in our constitution after the making of it. So many times new articles had been added for making the new rules in our country according to the present scenario. And state doesn't support any person, any religion. Our constitution allow the religious communities to establish their own schools and colleges even. Means there are schools for Hindu communities, and sometimes there are madrasa, the school that where the Muslim children go, that is known as madrasa. They can make it according to their community. And what is the uniqueness in our constitution? Indian secularism can intervene in religious affairs. Intervene means interfere in religious affairs in case of untouchability. Suppose a person tortures the lower caste person for untouchability because he is from the scheduled caste or low caste. In that case, our constitution can interfere with those matters, but not in the religious matter. And even our constitution had given rights to the scheduled caste people, lower caste people, to enter in the temples, because however it was not given rights to enter them in the temples earlier. In India secularism, any inter any interference by religion or by state has to be based on the ideals laid out by the constitution. And in 2004, France passed a law that bans students from wearing any conspicuous religious political sign of symbol. For example, Islamic